I want to play a game about a monkey. It's not a secret that I quite like Donkey Kong. Quite a bit. Maybe a little bit much. Maybe a little bit too much. I like this fucking monkey, okay? But you take this monkey and you show him a Game Boy, and he gets awfully interested. But when a Donkey Kong and a Game Boy love each other very much, you get a Donkey Kong Land. Oh no, this is the definitive monkey experience. Take the original Donkey Kong Country games and just put the camera right about here. Make sure that there's about 10 visible pixels, and Donkey Kong's face is like 4 of them. Then drain all the color out like them blowjob shy guys from Color Splash. Oh, look at that, you got a Donkey Kong Land. You know, it's not actually that bad. Donkey Kong Land is what you get when you try your best to make an original entry in a franchise that started in 1994 on a brick from 1989. That runs worse than something that was made in 1983. Doing all of this while trying to preserve the original game's style of 3D model turned sprite. That was absolutely revolutionary, and having to cram all of that on a screen smaller than a Reddit mod. And damn did they succeed, because I 100%ed the thing. So either the game is pretty decent, or the doctor was right and that crash did impair my brain. Now, I do have gripes, you know, the camera's really close up and it means that sometimes you have blind jumps. And because the camera is trying to keep the Kong on the screen at all times, it's always flailing around trying to get a good position. Even though the levels have been shrunk in size, the design philosophy is pretty much the damn same. Which means lots of stuff vertical, lots of stuff horizontal, lots of stuff hidden, lots of stuff for the camera to try and show you, problem being the camera is the size of a bullet ant on a good day. And my last 2 problems are every single level that takes place in the clouds. Half the time it's not clear what's a platform and what's not, and these damn floating platform levels are the bane of my existence. Because I'm sorry, a lot of the other problems in this game can be attributed to just the fact that it's on a Game Boy. Because I get it, you're running this thing on a brick that can survive a bombing. That's a pretty cool story, you know about that one? Shortly after the end of the Iran-Iraq War, Saddam Hussein led Iraq into Kuwait, declaring it the 19th province of Iraq. This would eventually lead to a US-led coalition authorized by the United Nations to go into Kuwait and remove Iraqi forces. This is known as the Gulf War, during which barracks containing a US Army medic and their Game Boy were bombed, leaving the Game Boy perfectly working. This is because the Game Boy is made with titanium. Being educational sucks. What was I on about? The moving platforms in Donkey Kong Land? But these just have no reason to be the way they are. The way these work is you ride this platform across random maze-like segments, except you can move them and they can also move on their own. Every time these platforms bump into a wall, the direction that they go will change in anti-clockwise manner. And also, if you jump on it, it will go in an anti-clockwise manner. Which means you have to sit here fiddling with these platforms, doing major turns by jumping on them like 3 times in tight spaces, all while the camera moves up with you and moves the platform off the screen sometimes, while there's enemies flying above, while there's limited space, while if you're not quick enough it'll hit an edge and completely go the wrong direction. All of this while still having to find secret areas within these pathways. But when I finally beat it, it was on 100%. Thank God. The only thing this anti-clockwise moving fuckwit is doing is making me feel real antisocial right now. And it could have been so cool because cloud theming can make good levels. Look at Marcus.
Play my game instead.
But I do like the 2 other new level themes in this game, the cliffs and the Big Ape City. Big Ape City also being the place of the final world. I don't know where this was hidden during the country games. Which, to talk about the pros, it plays like the country games, or close enough. The controls can take a bit of getting used to, but they're pretty good once you get the hang of it. You have a world map, it still displays your completion on it. Completion isn't counted in collectibles like the recent games, but more so secret areas. So your completion towards 100% is more focused on whether you found every area. Which means, yes, I can find the secret room that is accessible by exploding an oil barrel and going under the platform that you're normally on in Donkey Kong Land's second to last level, but I still can't find the clip. Bosses at the end of each world are easy as hell. There's nothing special. There is literally one where the only thing you have to do is stand in the corner and let the boss do it for you. This is like next level cuckage. You're not even watching 2 people. You're sat in the chair watching someone jingle their own bell. Payroll did cause me a little bit of trouble, but that's just because I didn't really know how his jump worked, and I came back 2 months later and got him. Don't ask why 2 months. Ignore that. Forget about it. You come to my game disrespecting my boy. And you know what? I lied. There is everything special about the bosses in this game. For the first world, your boss is a flying stingray for no reason. He's just there. He's just chilling. Steven the Stingray. You know what else this game has? Hogwash. Donkey Kong Land succeeds well in transferring the country format into a smaller, bite-sized Game Boy game. And taking a step back, this is a super solid couple hour of fun platformer for the Game Boy. And it still has that country charm, even if any of the country games will beat it out any day. And for my first time playing it, I was very pleasantly surprised. But I can also acknowledge that in terms of the Donkey Kong Country games, it's not anything super special. But oh, I can hear everyone asking the simple question, if it's not special, what is it? Donkey Kong Land, asshole, hashtag hogwash for life.